Those that are not familiar with Notion, you can use it for free. It is a free platform to use, and of course, with many similar platforms, you can also have a membership, a paid monthly or annual membership, if you need certain tools that the free model doesn't give you. But honestly, for most people, the free version is absolutely fine. If you start working with a lot of team members and you want to share a workspace with 5 or more team members, then you might want to look to get one of the other packages. But I'll just go through, show you a little bit about the space that I have here with my team members, and then I'll show you the template that we are creating to be able to help you plan your retreats, keep an eye out on potential new venues, help your booking and your campaigns for advertising, and some other great resources as well to help your retreat planning and logistics, all through Venue Retreat. So as you can see here, we have a team database, task database here, where this is its own database which is linked to our main page here, so we can view it, and I'll show you that here. This would be the main database if we click on it, and then we have our task here, and you can see the progress. And if I wanted to add a new task, I can click new, and then say, for example, update website, and then I can click on assign. And if you have team members, you can click here, and then you can choose your team members if they're part of your workspace, or you can just select yourself here, and then you can put the status of the task at hand. Is it backlogged, to do, in progress, or done? So let's select to do. Priority, we've added chill, low, medium, and high. I can always change these, or I can add other priorities here as well, but let's just put there medium. Progress, this is the progress bar, and it's set as a, if I show you here, a percent property, so it's a number percent property, and we haven't started it yet, for example, so let's put 0%, and then that is going to show the bar here. If it was 50% done, for example, you'll see that here as well. The due date, obviously very important for tasks, and let's say we want it done by the end of this month, and then we can put a reminder as well, for example, none, or on the day of the event, and let's put, we want it little heads up 1 week before. Attachment, this is a file or media folder that you can upload. So anything, any files that are to do with this task, we can upload here. PDFs, images, brochures, or anything like that. Project, we can connect it or create a new one. Website updating, that's obviously what we've put here for an example. And then any other information we can put here. We have a little just basic template, so you can write your description here and your little to-dos or any other information that you want to put. We can add a little icon, for example, and let's make it there. So that's now up here. So I've got 2 examples here. So that's to do with tasks. We can delete those later. And these tasks are also linked to clients and bookings as well, and potential listings, venue partners. So these are all other databases we have, and I can click on these, and because it's connected with venue partners, if, for example, we had to update a page for one of our venue partners, as it's linked to the venue partner database, we can click this, and then we can find the venue partner and actually select it. And then we know that this task, updating the website, let's say for Malaga Yoga, that's connected there, or we can get rid of it. Okay. So that's a basic team database, and then we have our venue partners, potential listings, clients, tasks, client access, and our brand assets, affiliates, different things like that. I don't want to show you too much, obviously, because we have, our clients and information there. But as you can see, it's a very interesting way to try to keep all of your information and your team working together. If I show you, for example, potential listings, this is like a CRM database where we can look at new lead, first contact, followed up, sent options, proposal, negotiation, closed. We also have no reply, and if, for example, it's a no-go, we can archive that as well. But if we look here, we can click on one and then we can fill out this information. So if we need to update it, added, has it been moved, how did we find it, and contact information, idea about the venue, the number of rooms, location as well. And then, for example, if we then started negotiating with them, we can then update and move this across to followed up or sent options or proposal or negotiation. So we can actually move that across like that, or we can change this, okay, and it will automatically move. So that gives you an idea of how that works. And then all of our databases are connected between our clients and our venue partners. So for example, if we have a client that is looking for a Spanish venue, then we can actually link a potential venue to our client database, and then we can follow the results of the proposal and if the dates are available and how that's going as well. So this hopefully gives you a good idea about how this sort of works. We also have a client access HQ here, and this is what we share with our clients. So they obviously don't get access to our private work area that obviously we work on a daily basis. We have a client database here, which is a resource that we offer our clients so they get an idea of the venues that we have available. So for example, if one of our clients contact us and they need a yoga retreat venue somewhere in Europe, or let's say, for example, Spain, they can go to our database, and here you can see we have our client access database. These are some new venues, so these are being updated as we speak. But this is the basic table view, and then if you go across, you can see we have a lot more information, and then you can actually just click on any of them to get more information about a venue. So for example, we can see here the name of the venue. We've got a little cover image there. This is the link to our Venue Retreat website for the venue, so you can click on that and it'll take you to the website. And then options like full board, star rating, number of rooms, sleeps, beds, max capacity, facilities, obviously very important, location, and the name of the listing as well. The reason these prices are empty is because that's on a per request basis based on the venue. And then there's some more images down here as well. So as you can see, really good, useful database for our clients, so they can have a look at it, let us know which ones they're interested in. And then we have different views, which is really cool about Notion. So for example, you can click on gallery view, and it gives you this gallery view with images of the venue. And the way you do this to get the images of the venue, you can click on one, and as you can see, we have cover image. So we've added cover image, and then you can upload a file, and then you can make sure that what you want the gallery view to show is the cover image, for example. So we've chosen the name, how many stars, location and rooms and max capacity, and then the cover image itself. Okay, so that gives you an idea there. So we've got gallery view, table view, and then we also have a very interesting useful view here. And again, sorry for this being empty, but these are being updated. You can see here, if we scroll down, we've got the website links as they're being updated. And if we scroll across, we have all of this information here, for example, and then number of stars, facilities, all here. So this is continuously being updated. That's why there's a lot of spaces here, but you can get the idea that as that is being worked on, there's a lot more information there. And the prices tend to be on a per request basis with the client, so that's done directly with them. And then if we go back, we also have got our retreat venue directory here, which if you wanted to look specifically for Europe or Spain, United Kingdom, or if you wanted yoga studio venues, you can click on that and it filters out all of the other venues and just keeps the yoga studio venues. But what's really cool about Notion as well, if we go back to the main database here, client access, you can actually, we can actually filter. So we can create a different view and put specifically for the city or the country or the number of beds. So we can create more filters so it's easier to find certain requirements that you are interested in. So with our template here that we will be offering to our retreat planners, you'll get a good idea of the same sort of setup, just obviously not needed on as big of a scale. Because if you're a retreat leader and you're looking to do fitness or yoga retreats or team building exercises, you're going to be planning maybe 1 to 2, maybe 5 or 6 retreats a year, depending on how many you're doing. So you don't need as such a big database for those needs. But we've got our template here that you will be able to get. And if you look here, we've got temp is template basically. We've just put template. You can edit all of these titles to your brand. So we've got our template retreat clients here, and we've just put a example of a client that you would have for your retreat that might book your retreat. So we've put Julie Dawn. This is a made up client, and we've got here that she's booked for Greece, March 2023. So obviously we've got the retreat name here is Portugal. These are just examples, but let's say it was Greece. So what we can do, we can create a new one and put Greece, March 2023, and then we can click create or just press enter, and then we can delete this one. Okay, so Julie Dawn has signed up to one of your retreats, which is in Greece, March 2023, and we've tagged it there. So we have these, and anytime you finish a retreat, you can just delete it, change the name or whatever you want to do there. But this helps you understand who Julie Dawn is, what she's signed up to. And then if you have a newsletter, we've added this, so you can add it, need to add, do not add, if they've given you permission. And status, which is new client, so maybe they've just contacted you, they've seen your retreat being promoted online and they've contacted you, so it could be a new client. On hold, maybe they've contacted you and you haven't heard back from them since. Maybe you've scheduled a call to talk about the retreat, and let's say that they want to book and they've paid a deposit or booked a retreat. So we can also add here for you, for example, deposit due. So you know that they want to book, but you are waiting for their deposit. Okay, but let's say they've booked the retreat. That's the status. Booking year, let's say 2023. And as the years go on, you can just add another one here and then you can click create. So that is absolutely fine. Progress. This is all different progress status there that we can add and delete depending on your needs. Last contact, this is a really good one to have because if somebody was interested in your retreat and then out of nowhere they've just sort of disappeared and it's been 1 or 2 weeks since you heard from them, you can send a follow-up, and also you can put when the last time either you contacted them or they contacted you. I always like to do last time I contacted them, or sometimes I'll have both. I'll have last contacted and last contact. So you can create 2 properties here, and the way you would do that is you can just go, for example, duplicate property. So now we have 2 of these, and we're going to edit property. The property is a date, it's full date, and we're going to put last contacted. Okay, so now let's say the client last contacted us on the 1st of the month, and we sent them a follow-up email today, for example. And then that we can see clearly it's been 2 weeks since we last talked to them. Booking date, this would be the date of the retreat itself. Company, if one of your clients is a company or a bigger group, you can put that in if you're working with teams or companies. Month added, this helps tag so you know when your client contacted you or when they booked. So you can put, okay, they contacted me in January and 2023. How was the lead found? So did they find you on Instagram? Did you send out a newsletter? Are they a previous client for a friend? And you can add different ones. Did they contact you on the website? And you can add different ones here. Client name, Julie Dawn. We've got a little typo there, so we can change that. We've obviously just put a fake email here. You can put the number here. Date, lead added, January 3rd. This is assigned, so if you have team members that you want to assign to a talk and communicate with Julie, you can give them access to your Notion workspace, and then you can select them there. So this is an example. Group size, if it's a group that wants to book your retreat, it could be more than just Julie. It might be Julie and 4 other people, so it might be a group of 5, and you can put that information down below, and I'll show you how to do that. But let's say it's just Julie, so it's 1 person. Okay, and then we've got loads of other information here as well. And if we scroll down, we can put client info, background info, history of interaction. So for example, we can put the 13th of the 2nd, 2023, and then we can put sent a follow-up email today. Have not heard from Julie since the start of the month. For example, you can be as much detail as you want here, and then Julie contacted me via WhatsApp today confirming her booking, for example. So you can update this here, and any booking details and information can go here as well. So let's say somebody else signed up to your retreat in Greece. You can click new, or you can click duplicate. For example, we can duplicate this information, or we can just click new, and then we've got our template here, new client, retreat date. So let's say client is John Davis. Okay, he wants the Greece retreat, and the date for the Greece retreat is in March. You don't have to put all of this in the title, but I think it's pretty good to do that. And then we can go through here and add all of the information needed, and information, email, phone number, and then any other information there. Okay, so this is a good example of that. And then we've got this information is the same information that we see here. Okay, So you can just open and close. And you can also move this however you want. So if you want less space, or you want to be able to read it all, and you want last contact to be over here, for example, we can do that. And then we can put the urgency as booked. None, nothing happened right now. That's pretty much it. So once you get 10, 15, 20 people or more booking your retreat, and then all different retreats, we can create a new one, for example, and say it's gym, and again it's, let's say it's Spain, and it's June 2023, for example. We can go, well, this one is February, but let's say it's Bali. So Bali in 2023, it's a yoga retreat. So let's say Jim signed up for the Bali one. And then again, you can have that there. And then if we go to back to our template here, we can go to potential venues. So template, potential venues. Here's some examples. We've got Cali Boutique Hotel, and we've named the retreat name Cali Wellness 2023. Bali Yoga, June 2023. And then Villa Bonita in Spain. And if you look, I like to add the flags of the country where the venue is located, because it's a great visual to see exactly what you're looking for here. And then we've got this villa, we're looking to say book it for our fitness retreat in Spain next year. And let's say our status contacted. It's a potential venue. We haven't contacted them, but it might be a good fit. Maybe we've contacted them. Maybe they've sent us a proposal and we're thinking about it. And maybe we end up booking the venue when we pay the deposit, and then we've completed the payment and we've booked the venue. Or maybe it fell through and we just archive the venue. So let's say it's just contacted here. So here you can start creating a good idea of potential venues to host your retreat at. And then if you scroll down, we've got all the information there about client info with the venue, so history of interaction, so we can book that and put any details about the booking there. Okay, so if we go back, we have temp retreats and workspace. So this is one that I wanted to leave blank for you to give you an idea of how Notion works. So we've got retreats and workshops. So this database is to show you where you can keep all of your information about your retreats. So you want to create a Spain retreat, June 2023. I've created a property which is a multi-select property. Okay, and I'll show you how to do that. And then I've given some examples. So facilities needed is a multi-select. If we click on here, these are ones that I've already added. So let's say for our retreat in Spain, it's really important, it's a yoga retreat, for example, that we need an indoor yoga studio. We also want outdoor yoga space. We definitely want a pool. We want to have a kitchen because we want to cook some of our own meals. A meeting space, let's say we can use that in these areas, so we don't need a meeting space too much because we've got these spaces. We want mats and we want blocks. Perfect. So these are the facilities that we want for our retreat. And let's say our group size for this retreat is going to be 15. And our location, I've added some examples here already. Let's say Spain. We're pretty much happy with different locations in Spain. And our retreat date is in June. So let's go to June. And let's say it's a week-long retreat. So we're going to get there on a Friday, and we're going to have an end date, and we're going to leave the following Friday. Okay, so we've got our retreat date, and then we've got the status. So I've added these, and again, you can change these. So space is open, meaning that there are booking spaces open for your retreat. It's in progress, so you're currently advertising. It's sold out, for example. So status is sold out. Booked, completed. Booked would be everything's good, you've booked the venue, the retreat's going ahead, and completed would be after the retreat, that you have finalized, everything's done, everybody's gone home, and it's completed. But you don't want to delete it because you want to be able to go back to this in the future to see any information here. And if you look carefully, you'll see Villa Bonita, which is in the database of our potential venues. So what's really cool about this is I've created a relationship between the potential database, potential venue database, and the retreat and workshop database. And that has allowed me to then see any venue that I have put in potential venues will then show up here. So let's say I have multiple venues in Spain, not just Villa Bonita, that I'm thinking about using for this retreat. Okay, at the moment we just have one, Villa Bonita. Let's say we also have another one. So if we go back to the other database and we go to potential venues, we have one that's in Spain. Let's create a new one, or let's duplicate it, and we'll change the name. So we're going to duplicate, and this is just going to create a copy of Villa Bonita, okay? But let's change it. Let's say it's called Sun Villa, okay? And let's say it's just yoga venue, for example, right? So we've created Sun Villa as a potential venue for our Spanish retreat. If we go back to our retreats and workshop, look at this, potential venues. We've got Sun Villa here as a potential venue. Okay, so this is a way, and let's say we end up we think Sun Villa is a better option than Bonita. We can take out Bonita, or we can add it again, and we can get rid of Sun Villa, or we can have as many as we want here. Let's say you're venue sourcing and you have 10 potential options. You can create those venues in your venue database, and then you can link them to your Spanish retreat, or any retreat that you want to do. Let's say we have a retreat in Bali retreat 2024, for example. So this is just a brand new retreat that we're creating. Facilities needed. We want meeting space, we want pool, we want Wi-Fi, we want outdoor yoga space. That's fine. If I want to add anything else here, I can. So let's say a barbecue, for example. We can add that. And then you can use those. It's going to stay there. And if you want to delete it, you can just come here, click, and you can click delete. You can change the colors as well of any of these icons. Okay, so we've got Bali Retreat 2024. Potential venues. We have one here, Bali Yoga Venue. We can add it. So now we have connected a relationship between Bali Yoga Venue and our Bali Retreat. Let's add a little Bali flag or Indonesia flag there, and then we have it up here. Fantastic. So in this area, we can do this as well. And what we can also do is add another relationship with our client database. So if we go to add property, we're going to look for relation. Okay, so we click relation, and then we're going to go to, I think we call it temp retreat client. So template retreat clients, show this on the other database, add relation. Okay, perfect. So now, look, we now have a relation between our retreat client database over here. We have Julie, Jim, and John. Okay, Julie is interested in Greece. Jim is Bali. John is also Greece. Okay, so if we go to our retreats and workshops and we want to know who is signing up or who is interested in certain retreats, now we can go here and Jim, Bali, June 23. Let's add him. He's in Bali. Now the other two, they want Greece. We have the Spain one here, but let's say we add our Greece retreat. Okay. Now, I don't know if we have a potential venue in Greece at the moment. No, we don't, but we'd have to find one and then we can connect it. But with our clients, we have two. Julie is Greece, so is John. So now, if I'm going, okay, who so far is interested or who is booked in for my Greece retreat? Open it up, you've got it right here. Okay, so you have a great idea of who is interested in what, and you can connect those to those databases. Let's add a little Greek flag. And if you ever want to search for it, you can use icons here. You can put custom, so you can upload your own logo, for example, or a photo of the client if they gave you permission. Or if you wanted to use a flag, you could just type in anything, for example, France, and you can select the French flag there. Okay, I think it's a good visual, especially with areas here. And if we wanted to put icon here for retreats and workshops, we could put, for example, yoga, and we could choose one of these icons here. Okay, so this is we've got our database for retreat clients, as you've seen. We've got our database of potential venues, and we've got our database of retreats and workshops, and they're all linked together to make your life easier once you're planning, creating your retreats, finding your potential venues, and then obviously understanding which clients are interested in what. And then if we go to your bookings, we've got some examples here. Okay, now some of these names we haven't created in the other ones, but it would be very easy to do. But let's say Julie Dawn. Okay, if we open there, you can see here, Julie is 100% paid. Her progress is 100%. This is a progress bar here. We've got balance paid, deposit due, deposit paid, full balance, for example, due, balance paid. Okay, she's balance paid. Closed payment date, let's say, was, last week, for example. And date close, let's say, was also the same date. Let's say you're charging your retreat clients accommodation for the week, and you're also charging them full board and everything else is included. So let's say the total price is 1,500. So you've got accommodation 1,000, total full board is 500, total is 1,500. You've received 1,500. Oh, 15,000. So let's say that, for example. Okay. So everything's fine. 1,500. The status is booked. Booking years this year. Expect payment. Let's say we expected that in Feb and we received it. and then we can go here, and this is our client interaction. So you can put here in just bullet points interaction with the clients, whether it's emails, phone calls, if they've made payment status. You can put here how much they paid deposit, when it was received, did you receive it in PayPal, bank transfer, etc. Details, name, age, gender. You don't really need this too much, but if it's important for your retreat, location, email, phone number, any dietary needs or allergies, billing details, address, any other more important details down here. And you can add anything else you want. This is just a good template for you. And then, so we've got your bookings, okay, with Julie Dawn. And if you look, we have a relation between the client and our booking database, just like the other database. So we can put it here and we can select Julie Dawn. So Julie Dawn is Julie Dawn here. So in your bookings, Julie Dawn has booked, and there she is in the retreat clients. Now, let's say we also wanted to connect our booking database, okay, our booking database here, with our retreat database. So you want to remember what retreat Julie has booked. So we can create a new property and we can go to relation and we can go to temp retreats and workshops. Okay. And now they are all showing up here. And she booked the Greece retreat. So now when you come in your bookings here and you say, okay, Julie Dawn, she's booked. Which retreat did she book again? You know, you may have forgot. You might have so many clients. It's difficult to keep up with everybody. But now as long as you keep it updated, you've got here, oh yeah, Julie, there she is. And oh yeah, she signed up to the Greece retreat. So all of this is to do with our Greece retreat here. Okay, and this is all linked together. So this is going to help you keep an idea of what's going on with your retreat clients. Are they booked? Are they a new client? Do you need to send them more information? The retreats and workshops where you are creating your future retreats and you want to know what locations, what venues, what are the dates, what is the status, what facilities do I need, is all here for you. And then we obviously have our potential venues. So you're going out and you're sourcing new venues, and you can put all the information here: website, location, address, pricing per person, number of rooms, total beds, how much is it per night, how much is it weekly price, how much is it. So let's say, for example, weekly price is 9,000 per person. Per night, let's say, is 120, and let's say for full board it's €50 a day. And if you wanted to change this into dollars or pounds, you can go here, edit property, you've got number and euro. You can click euro and you can choose whatever you want: US dollar, pound, yen, whatever you want. You can also do number or number with commas. Okay, so you can change that as needed, and that's all there for you. And then we've got just some extra information. So if you have a team, this can be your section about your team. So you can go here, for example, with Diana or Viva, and then just click. You can add a photo here. So you can delete this image, add your own image. You can put what position they're in, the date they're added, if they have a website, their birthday, what languages they speak, and then a little bio down here as well you can add here. Okay, you can add new ones, you can delete these, no problem. Delete, duplicate, whatever you need. Okay. Brand assets as well over here. You can add your logos that are important, any brochures, any videos, and you can create new ones. So all of your branding material that you want access to very quickly, you can store that all here. As I said, videos, social media, images or posts, brochures are all here for you to be able to upload. And we have, you know, for example, a brochure here, images and videos for your brand. You can delete those and put your own ones. We've been through the task database. This is the same one, so you can create a new task here. You can delete these, no problem. You know, delete or duplicate, but this gives you an example of the template for the task for your team. And then we've just got some resources here. For example, retreat logistics gives you good information here about when choosing a venue, your catering, activities, travel arrangements, planning flights. Just some very good, useful information there for you. And also, we've got your campaigns. And for example, let's say you have a WhatsApp group and you posted a message and there's 100 people in that group, and out of the 100, 86 got back to you and said, oh, really interested in your next retreat. 14 weren't too interested, but you got 100 responses, and then you can put any information here about that campaign. Maybe you have a newsletter, and the same thing, you have a newsletter that you sent out, and you sent it to 498, 311 are interested. You can track your campaigns here, and if you wanted to add a new campaign, you can just click new, or you can duplicate one of these campaigns and then edit it for the new campaign to make it easier. Also a calendar view to be able to see when your campaigns are active, and the way that works is we have here the date of the campaign. So once you create a calendar view, you can come here and go to properties shown or filter, and it's going to show the date, and then I've chosen media, sent and status. So it's showing us the title, the date, the tag, WhatsApp group, and then how many, and then done, for example. Okay, so that's your campaigns. If you want to create a new page or anything like that, you can just click on the plus sign here and then choose a new page, or text if you want text on this page. So let's say, let's say I wanted to put a bullet point list here. I can just put / and then I can put either scroll down here, or I can type it and then the bullet list test. And if I wanted to put an image, I can click here, upload or embed an image, and you can create new pages, new sections of your database and work area here. And then we have retreat schedule, itinerary, and then meeting and flights. So you can put information about the flights, the location, address, your meeting point, and then a rough idea here about your retreat schedule, which you'll be able to edit and change depending on what activities you're doing, what type of retreat, and then you can be more specific with the time of day, and then your departing information as well. Okay, so hopefully this gives you a great idea about the type of capabilities Notion has for your retreat planning, and then it will give you a great chance of keeping on top, you and your team keeping on top of your clients, of your potential venues, of your bookings, of your booking status, of your payments. So you can come here and you can make sure that everything is up to date. So hopefully this has been very useful for you. Our template will be available for you to be able to purchase on our website and on Gumroad and other Notion based selling platforms as well. So if you're interested, go ahead and you can purchase that and download that now. And if we would love to hear any feedback and love to hear how you edit it yourself, make any changes that you want to. And as I said, you can add and delete whatever you want. You can change all of these images. You can add your logo. You can edit and change the names here to whatever you want. So it will be completely your brand, your image, and your space. This is just gives you a little bit of imagination of what you can do with Notion, and I look forward to hearing your feedback. Have a great day, and hopefully we'll make more of these soon.